So today has really been building up until this presentation right now. Guys, if we can turn down my volume just a little bit too, please. So the whole weekend was about how to get to your first $100,000 in your first 12 months. And what I'm going to attempt to do right now is give you a very clear plan on how to do that. How's that sound? All right. So that's the goal. And in doing that, I'm going to show you the business model that actually needs to be updated. That's done over $20 million in revenue and how you can get a part of it in the next 12 months. Sound good? Yes. All right, let's get started. So what I want to show you first of all is how to craft your own $1 million offer. It all starts with having your own $1 million offer. You have to have an offer to move product. I'm going to show you the one daily habit. This thing changed my life. Somewhere in 2011, I started paying attention to one thing and I started incorporating it into my daily method of action. And my income automatically went up. I'm going to show you how to do that in your own business. I'm going to show you how the numbers break down. If you've ever wondered, well, you know, what if I want to get to $1 million online? How much product do I need to sell? You know, how many cheap products do I need to sell? How many expensive products do I need to sell? I'm going to give you a blueprint on exactly what that looks like. I'm also going to show you where over half of Mobe's monthly revenue comes from, a source that most marketers in our niche have no idea about. I'm going to show you how you can incorporate that into your business. Let's get started. It all starts with your $1 million offer. We talked this morning about the first thing you need. What was it? Come on, starving crowd, starving crowd. So you can have a starving crowd, but you also need to have an irresistible offer. Let's have an example here. It's a Friday night, and you've just been to visit a friend, and you get home, and it's maybe 11:30 at night, and you're hungry. Okay, you're hungry. You want something to eat. You go to your pantry, and there's not really much food in there. You look in your fridge, and you're all tapped out. There's nothing really available. And you're hungry. And you think, okay, I want to get some food. But my degree of wanting to get food doesn't really motivate me to want to get in a car and drive 15 minutes away to pick up some food. Okay, does that make sense? So you are somewhat a starving crowd, okay, a starving audience. You have the desire, but the desire for you to go and get food if it's 15 minutes away isn't quite enough. You're like, oh, well, I'll just go to bed. So let's change that scenario a little bit. Let's say that there was a pizza place, and the pizza place was 1 block away. Are you going to go and get some pizza? Possibly. You're thinking, well, I'm hungry. No, I'm hungry. It's not that far away. But then you start thinking, well, it's a Friday night. There's probably going to be a big line, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to order. I'm going to have to wait 30 minutes. By the time they get done, forget about it. I'm just going to go to sleep. Okay? So that's one version of the offer. The offer is, come drive to us. We're only a block away, and stand in line for 30 minutes, and you'll get your pizza. Do you guys get that? That's offer one. Okay, let's say that there was another offer. Okay, and the next offer was, hey, forget about driving to us. We'll bring the pizza to you. We'll deliver the pizza to you. The pizza store is making that offer. Is that a more enticing offer? Because now you don't have to get in your car, you don't have to go and stand in line and wait 30 minutes. Are you more likely to respond to that offer? Absolutely. But then you start thinking, well, they might be 30 minutes late because, it's busy, it's a Friday night, and I can't be bothered waiting, so I'll forget about it. But what if that pizza place made a guarantee? They said, look, we're going to deliver this pizza within 15 minutes of you picking up that phone, or it's free. Is that a better offer? Absolutely. Now you start to think, okay, well, I'm going to get this within 15 minutes. It's guaranteed. It's a better offer. So the audience hasn't changed, it's just the version of the offer is now better. Then you start thinking, well, I don't want to do that. All right, let's see if we can do this a little bit better. What if the day before, in your mailbox, you'd got a coupon for half price pizza delivery from this place? You call them up, you give them the coupon code, and they're going to give you pizza for half price guaranteed within 15 minutes or less. Are you going to respond to that offer? That's a better offer, right? When you start selling products online, your offer is really how you present your products, okay? If you give me X dollars, I'll give you this. That is essentially an offer. And there's different versions of an offer. You can have average offers and you can have really, really good irresistible offers. What do you think, which offers make the most money? Irresistible offer. You need to make your offer as appealing as possible. You need to keep on stacking on the value. You need to remove as much risk as possible. You need to make it easy for them to respond. You should be writing those things down, by the way, because this is everything. Entire businesses are built on offers. One good offer can make you rich. One good sales letter presenting a good offer can make you rich. Who here has seen MTTB? Who's in MTTB right now? Okay, who's watched the sales video where there's the Gollum? I say, hey, this is Matt and this is Gollum. Who's seen that? Okay, not enough of you. But that offer, that has sold, I think we're up to about 8,000 copies at $49. 8,000 copies at $49. Now, in terms of revenue, I don't even know what that number is. But I don't think about the revenue. You know what I think about? The 8,000 customers. Because within those 8,000 customers, we have what's called our back end, where we offer our additional products. Our entire business is built around that. Okay? So let's actually look at a real $1 million offer. My first $1 million offer that actually brought in $1 million. Let's deconstruct this. The Mob License Rights Program. What's the offer? Invest $19.97 today, and you'll be able to license a whole suite of incredible products that you can promote and make 90% commissions on. Okay? You won't need to go and create all of those products yourself. You'll be able to simply license ours. We'll pay out up to 90% commissions. Now, we will keep 10% to cover the overheads, okay, to cover hosting, the overheads of running the business. But what do you think of that? If I offer to pay you 90% of the money, and I'm going to keep 10%, but I'll take care of all the customer support, everything, are you going to go for that deal? Does that sound like a good deal? Do you want to go and create your own products and systems, or do you want to just license mine? Right, and that's how most of the market responds. So this program was our first $2,000 program, mid-2011. To date, it's sold well over 3,500, almost 4,000 at $2,000 each. Does anyone know what those kind of numbers are? They add up pretty quickly. I'm showing you this. That's an example of a $1 million offer. If you're going to create your own offer, this is where you want to spend some good time. You got to think to yourself, you got to put yourself in the shoes of your target market and think, if someone made me this offer, would I respond to it? Would this motivate me to pull out my credit card and buy right now? Okay? And on top of that offer, look, not only can you license these products, but we will call back your brand new buyers and we will offer them additional training at a higher price point. And if they buy, we'll put up to $1,200 in your pocket in additional commissions. Does that sound pretty good? Does that sound pretty good, guys? Come on. It sounds like a good offer, and it is a good offer, and it sells very, very well. It also overcomes the industry's biggest frustrations. So I told you that story this morning about that hectic period of 1 week where I'm making up these webinars every night, right? And the entire day leading up to that webinar, I'm frantically typing. I'm like, it's high pressure, and it's like that for over a week. And that's just to make the product. Then I have to make all the marketing around it, and there's a lot more that goes into it. Most people don't want to go through that. Okay, that's a potential frustration. What the license rights does is it eliminates that. I say, hey, don't even worry about that. You can license my products and you don't have to go and create your own. Is this useful? Are you getting this, how we're breaking this down? You want to be doing this yourself. Most people don't want to be selling over the phone. Who here, put up your hand if you love being on the phone selling? All right, now look around and you'll see the ones who have their hands up are actually on the Mobe phone team, those guys at the back. They love selling. The rest of us, though, we don't want to do that. We're like, no, you do those calls for me. Most new online marketers don't have a lot of credibility. So if you go and create your own product and no one's ever heard of you, you're going to have a harder time selling it. You haven't built up any credibility yet. But if people were to license the Mobe products, well, Mobe is now over a $20 million brand. Lots and lots of people in our industry have heard of Mobe, so it's got credibility. So that's essentially what the Mobe license rights program did. Now, if all of that sounds really complicated, I want you to write this down. I want you to write this down. This is how, whenever I'm crafting a new offer, this is what guides me. 3 simple things. Here's what I've got, here's what it will do for you, and here's what I want you to do next. Okay? So here's what I've got. I've got a whole suite of really incredible products that you can license. Here's what I've got. Here's what it will do for you. Well, it's going to save you weeks and weeks of hard work, having to craft the product, do all the graphics, set up all the shopping carts, blah, blah, blah. It's going to save you all of that and give you a lot more time. Here's what you need to do next. You need to go to the back of the room. You need to click Add to Cart. You need to buy. That's an offer. Do you see how that works? Very simple, but every single offer breaks down to that. 3 things. So when you go home and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to create my own offer, that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. So your first $1 million year or your first $1 million online, who would like to see how that breaks down? All right, I'll tell you this. I think this would have been about 2007 or something like that, long before I even got into this industry properly. I remember going to this seminar in Perth, in Australia, and the speaker's up on stage, and he breaks down, here's how many front-end products you can have and back-end products. And I saw it immediately, and I thought, wow, that's a blueprint for how to do this. I didn't act on it for a number of years, but I'm about to tell you what exactly it looks like. Here it is. This is a scenario. This is a scenario that you could do to get to $1 million. You need a front-end product. Okay, that's your front-end product. That's the product that you sell to acquire a brand new customer. So for us, it's MTTB, $49, become a new customer. You get 60 customers, right? 60 customers in a month. Does anyone think that sounds hard? Maybe a little bit, but 60 customers is not a lot in the scheme of things. If you do that, you're up to almost a little bit over $2,800. Okay? Now here's what you do, guys. As soon as they buy that $47 product, you say, but wait, there's more. And you go up to the next product and you have a $300 product. This is the product where you can take things to the next level. Now, are they all going to say yes? Are they all going to say yes? No. Let's say 25% of them do. Okay, if it's a good offer, 25%, we can pull that. So now 15 people are paying an additional $300. That adds an extra $4,500 per month. Okay? But we don't stop there. We want residual income too. Let's keep on getting paid month after month. Rather than having to go and find a whole bunch of new customers every month, let's get some continuity happening where they're paying each month for a continuous service. $97 a month. Let's say we can get half of those customers to pay $97 a month. Now we're up to $2,900 in additional revenue. Do you see it adding up? Remember, this is all from the same 60 customers. Do you see it all adding up? It's starting to build upon itself. Now this is where you then add in your back end, right? Now for me, this was late 2011. I come out with my first $2,000 program, somewhere around mid to late 2011. Let's say that you have a back-end offer and it's about $2,000, $2,400. 11 people take that per month. That's an additional $26,000 per month in revenue. Remember, this is all from the same 60 customers. Okay? Is this starting to excite you a little bit? You see these numbers adding up? Most marketers, the reason why they don't make a whole lot of money or anywhere near what they potentially could is because they are stuck with these top 1, 2, maybe 3. If you look at Mobe, we have lots and lots and lots of products. There's a reason why. Our average customer value is much higher than most other businesses in this niche. And there's a lesson in that for you. Now, let's say we have another back-end offer. We cross-sell them. So for example, we offer the Mobe License Rights Program. This is a system for making money. What do you need now? Traffic. So we have another course called 10,000 Leads in 100 Days. That's an example. That's a cross-sell. Let's say that's around $2,000. We get another 11 customers at that. Another $26,000. Now we're going to add in an even higher ticket program, $6,000. Do you think people will pay $6,000 in this niche? Do you think they really will? Who doesn't believe that people will readily spend $6,000? Yeah, I'll tell you they will. When I used to see these numbers, when I was building up Mobe, I used to think, well, I think 2,000 is pushing it. And then we would try another one. We went from 2,000 to 5,000. And people actually paid for that. They were getting value. To date, the furthest I've gone with it is $50,000. A $50,000 program. Do you know what that was for? Yeah, it was for a one-on-one program for an entire year. And I sold 4 of those in one day at a presentation. And that completely blew my mind. Now, I'm not telling you that to show off, but I'm telling you that because most people in our niche in business, they seriously underestimate what the market is prepared to pay if the value is there. And you don't need too many, $6,000 sales or $10,000 sales or even $2,000 sales to start having good months. But you see all of that, that equals over $87,000 per month. Now, $84,000 a month, there's something special about that number. Do you know what it is? 84. It's $1 million per year. So the magic number to get to is $84,000 per month. That's something you might want to write down. That's what you aim for if you want to get to $1 million per year. Okay? $84,000 per month. But that's how you can do it. You don't need a lot of customers to start doing big numbers. Is that valuable? Good. All right. This one thing, guys, this one thing changed everything in my business. So if you're wondering, what's my daily method of operation when I'm running Mobe, when I'm running my own online business? This is one of the first things that I do when I get into the office in the morning, and usually that's around 11 a.m. I like to sleep in, but I work pretty late too. But I get into the office, and the very first thing I do is I check our numbers. I started developing this habit in 2011. Here's how it happened, right? I started to actually get some sales, and I had my first $2,000 month. My goal at that point was one thing, and I thought, next month I would like to beat that number, $2,000. So my entire life, my entire business motivation became not making millions of dollars, just simply beating $2,000 a month. Okay, do you think you could do that? Just beat $2,000 per month. So the next month, I went up to about $3,700. I thought, wow, yes, I beat it. I'm going to see if I can do that again. So the next month after that, went up to just shy of $8,000. Now I was starting to get excited. And I kept focusing on the numbers. And what I would do is I would break it down to what it equaled daily. If you want to get to $10,000 per month, how much is that daily? How much? Yeah, about $333. So if you're making a little bit over $3,000 per day in your online business, that's around $10,000 per month. Okay? But that's what I started doing. And check out this. This is from early 2012. All right? What would happen is I would log into my shopping cart, and this came as we got a little bit more advanced. In the beginning, this was all really primitive. But early 2012, I started becoming obsessed with these numbers. January 2012, that's the frustrating month. You see that, 79,999.41. 59 cents was all I needed. And I got mad. I thought, I'm going to beat that in Feb. I'm going to try and beat that number. February, I went backwards. Okay, sometimes to take 2 steps forward, you have to take a step backwards. You've got to go back and build the foundations in your business to get to the next level. But March 2012, it was all about, I've got to beat that record, $80,000 per month. And as the days of March would go by, I'd get to the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. I would see, where am I in relation to where I need to be at the end of the month? Why do you think this one little daily habit changes everything? Tell me why. Consistency. What else? Motivates you. What else? Yes.
It kind of changes your expectation and you act to get to where you want to be because you're measuring where you are.
You're measuring where you are.
And then it's almost like your brain says, well, I'm not where I want to be, and it pushes you to actually get to where you want to be.
That's pretty close, yeah. You're not where you are, and your brain sees that. So in the background, even I believe even when you're sleeping, your brain is working on, okay, how do we get to where we want to be? Here's the thing, when you go home, and tell me if I'm right, you sit in front of your computer, do you ever find that 1 or 2 hours can go by and you've got nothing done? You end up on YouTube, watching some Justin Bieber video, and you're like, I was just up in my room. That happened to me. I thought, what am I doing here? Come on. I'm doing a seminar. I don't know how I got there. But we have all of these distractions competing for our attention. The internet can be your best friend, but it can also be your worst enemy for productivity. It's like a window into a whole universe, a whole nother universe. And there's millions of other marketers trying to sell to us as marketers. Click here, click here, click here. Headlines. So it's very easy to get distracted. And in my first 2 years, that's how it was. I remember one time being stuck at the office until like 11 p.m. And I'm trying to learn this Google Analytics, and it's just complicated. And I'm getting really, really frustrated. And I'm getting distracted here. And I get a phone call. And I pick up the phone and I yell into the phone because I'm so angry. It was out of reaction. I'm yell, what? And I hear on the other line, it's my dad, and he's like, is everything okay? And it's like at that time I just thought, this can't continue. Okay, this can't continue. I'm so distracted. I have no focus. When I started really focusing and honing in on this now guided my mind. Okay, because I would sit down at my computer and I'd have maybe 10 different things I could do. And in the back of my mind, I'm asking, okay, which of those 10 things is going to help me with this? This cuts through the clutter and gets you on track. Without this, you have no direction. Okay, without this, 2 or 3 hours goes by and you're not getting the right things done. So today, I check my stats. As far as where we are for our monthly revenue, I check it no less than maybe 10, 15 times per day. And I'm happy, I'm in a good mood this month because as of today, this is a 28-day month, a short month. We are 13% above our best previous month in revenue, which now, what's interesting about that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't focusing on those numbers. But whenever we have a month where I beat my previous monthly record, I'm in a good mood. If I fall back like Feb, I'm in a bad mood. Okay? And the money makes no difference to me because I'm a frugal guy. I'm not going to really go and start spending the money anyway. But it's just psychologically, I want to be making progress. And if you can build that into your daily method of operation, this to me, this is the most important thing. This is what keeps me, it keeps you competing with yourself. You don't compete with other people. If you want to compete with other people and you're just starting out, you're going to be looking at, maybe the people on stage and seeing people getting checks for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you might be thinking, well, geez, I'm still yet to make my first few commissions. It's not exactly motivating, is it? But if your target now just becomes, look, I've just got to beat my previous record, okay? What was your previous record? It might be $5. Your best week online might be $5. Your best week online could be nothing, okay? So next week, what are you aiming for? You're aiming to at least make $1. It's like Terry. You saw Terry and he started off with those really low numbers, but now he's built his way up to over $40,000 in the last 2 weeks. That comes from just focusing on beating those numbers bit by bit. I'm going to talk about the most important asset to work on building in your business. Does anyone know what it would be? Have a guess. Who said list? It's the list. Okay, it's the list. I want you to write this down. Every email address on your list, if you market to them well, it's going to be worth about $2 to $3 per month to you. Okay, if you market to them well, you promote to them, you're sending them regular offers, you're providing value, you're engaging them, you're coming across as a real person. Okay, as a real person, as a genuine person. And you're asking them to buy, and you're not afraid of that. You're looking at around $2 to $3 per month. That means that if you have a list of 3,000 people, and you market to them well enough, you should be around $9,000, $10,000 per month. Okay, but now you have something to aim for. Your most important asset is your list. And it starts off with you getting one lead. Who in this room, by the way, has a list? Who has a list? Okay, better question. Who does not have a list? Who does not have a list? Okay, you guys are just starting out. Early 2009, I didn't have a list either. Placed my first ad on Google AdWords. I remember getting my very first lead, name, email, phone number, and I was excited. I'd spent $40 to get one lead because I didn't know what I was doing. I get this phone number, and I call back this lady. I've got the script in front of me, and I have to psych myself up a little bit. And I call her back and ready to go through this script. Conversation lasts about 10 seconds. She hangs up on me. She's like, I don't want what you're selling. I think, oh, great way to spend $40. But it all started out with that one lead, okay, and I kept on going. Soon, I got to 100. I got to a list of 100 people, and I thought, okay, that's pretty decent. I kept on building it, bit by bit by bit, got to 1,000. Today, our list is really 450, 500,000 people. And of course, I've had the help of partners. That's been a big help. But you start up by just building it and getting your first lead, and just build your way up from there. I want to show you why. Here's the thing, it's not just the fact that you have a list. There's people out there who have lists of over 50,000 email addresses, yet they make very little. Why do you think that is? They don't have a very good relationship with that list. Do any of you get emails from marketers where they just send you junk all the time? They're like, buy this, buy this, buy this, and there's no kind of value. You don't feel like it's a person. It's just like, hey, click here to see how I made $473 today. That's how it is. What you want to do is you want to work on the relationship. That's where the real money is. The relationship that you have with your list. And I'll tell you how you know when you're doing this right. When you show up at an event, let's say you were in Moab, okay, and you're promoting Moab to your list, and you show up at an event on Moab, and a complete stranger comes up to you, and they shake you and they look you in the eye and they're like, hey, I'm getting your emails. I really like what and they talk to you as if they've known you for a year. And you're scratching your head thinking, who's that? That's how you know when you're doing it right. The way that you market to your list, it's got to sound very personal. You've got to talk to your list as if you're talking to one person. Never say like, hey everyone. Don't say that. Just say like, hey, as if we're talking one-on-one. It's a one-on-one communication. All right, so I want to show you an example. Jonathan Budd. Who's heard of Jonathan Budd? Okay, Jonathan Budd, big marketer. Jonathan became a Mobe licensee. And what he did is he sent a total of 3,686 clicks to his link, to his Mobe license rights link. He sends this out to his list. Now his list is several 100,000 people. He's a pretty established marketer. Total commissions, when I saw this just completely blew my mind. Total commissions, over $76,000 in commissions. That means per click that he sent from his own list, over $20 per click. Everyone who clicked on that link in his email was worth, in terms of revenue, commissions, over $20 per click. $2 is considered good. $3 is considered very good. $5, really, really good. But $20 is insanely good. Why do you think it's so high? Why do you think it's so high? Relationship. Yeah, if you watch how he markets to his list, mostly it's all value. Okay, it's mostly videos where he's sitting in front of a camera, he puts the video on his blog and he's sharing heart to heart, and then every so often he will push a launch. He'll promote someone's launch. And when he does promote, then they buy. It's all in the relationship. That's what you want to work on. With your list, you want to work on building that relationship. Next lesson. If you're going to go and start building this business, the days of creating one product and getting wealthy are long over. Why do you think that is? Someone yell it out. Tell me why. Why? Okay, that's a good answer, but people are jaded. Okay. The answer I was looking for is it's going to cost you time and money to go and advertise, whether you like it or not. And if all you have is one front-end product and there's nothing being sold after to that customer, you're not going to be able to have a high enough average customer value to scale. Okay, there used to be a time where you could write an ebook online and that's it. You could start selling the ebook and make a lot of money. These days, costs have gone up for advertising. So what you need is you can't just sell one product to a customer anymore. You've got to keep on selling additional products. They buy your front-end product, and behind that you have a coaching program or you have some system that's going to help them with what they need. And I saw this early on, and I went on this craze of creating as many different products as I could. 24 products in less than 14 months in Mobe. I was cranking them out, one every 3 weeks, a very busy period. But there's the back office in Mobe. Who's seen that, by the way? Yeah, you guys have seen that. There's a lot of products there. And the reason is, if you are a Mobe licensee or an affiliate of Mobe and you're promoting Mobe, if you sell one of these products, that customer goes into our email follow-up sequence, and Mobe, is going to try and sell some of these additional products to those customers. And every time we do, you get commissions on those other products. Okay, we do that because we want to maximize your earnings. If we had just one product, this wouldn't work. So you got to have lots of products. This is where the real magic is, though. For the Mobe License Rights Program, the real value is our phone sales team. By the way, who's on the phone sales team? If you could just raise your hand. Guys at the back. Drew, come on. Who's on the phone sales team? Okay, so that's some of the phone sales team. Make sure you get to meet those guys here through the weekend, and some of them are speaking as well. But we have a whole team. We're now up to about 15 people on our phone sales team. They all work from home. We've got a couple in the UK, we've got some in Australia, we've got some in the States. What happens is when you get a lead, you put a lead into the system, we look at their IP address and we can see where they are located. So if they're in Australia, they get assigned one of our Australian reps. If they're in the UK, they get a UK rep. Okay, why do you think that is? It's People, yeah, people like to kind of relate to someone else in their own country. It helps. But I got a question for you. What percentage of our overall revenue do you think comes from phone sales on the back end? 30%? That's a big number. What else? Have a guess. Come on. Who said 70%? 60%? It would be around 70, 75% comfortably. Okay? Yeah. Comfortably, it would be around that number. That's a big number. Most businesses in our niche, they don't even want to get on the phone. They're like, oh, I just want to sell ebooks anonymously. They can do that, but we've got this on the back end of our business. So every time you put a lead into the Mobile License Rates program, into our system, not only do we have all the email follow-up and everything like that, but every time someone buys, that customer is getting called back, and they are getting put into a phone follow-up sequence. Here's a very small part of it, okay, where we have sequences. Customer enters the funnel, they buy some product, they get the first call, okay, and there's possible outcomes. I'm not interested, I'm not there, call me back later, I want to buy now. If we can't get a hold of them, we go into call attempt 2. Same thing, okay? Does this look simple? Not really. It's all designed with a purpose. What I'm trying to do with Mobe is to make this into the most efficient selling machine, marketing machine online. The more efficient we can make it, the more money you're going to get paid for any traffic you send to us. And we are constantly improving it. We never stop improving it. Okay? But that's really what it is. This lesson here, this was worth a lot of money for me. So I told you in those first 2 years, I procrastinated a lot. I wanted to get everything perfect. This, when I tell people this, they kind of, their eyes glaze over a little bit and they don't think it's really that special. But when I heard this stuck with me. I first heard this by a guy called Rich Sheffrin. He said, a flawed process is better than no process at all. What he meant by that is you have to have a process that you take your leads through. Okay, so that's email follow-up. You could have an automated webinar. And if you're in Mobe, you don't have to worry about creating that. We do that for you. My point is, if you're going to launch something online, if you're going to launch a new product or a new funnel, the way that you want to do it is just get it out there, even if it's flawed, even if it's not working properly, get it out there, get it online. Why do you think you should operate like that? Yes. Who said that? The pressure, yeah. That's the answer. When you put something out there and it's not, you know it's not even ready yet, but you just launch it. Now it's public. Now there's real people going to that site, and it's not fully done yet. And you know that, and in the back of your mind, it bugs you. You think, okay, I better fix this. It forces you to act faster. We do it all the time in Mobe. Okay, we do it all the time. We launch things, and they're mostly ready. It's a lot better today than it used to be 2 years ago. But we launch something, and then we fix it as we go. Okay, we get real-life feedback, and then we fix it as we go. Most people don't have any process at all because they're trying to get it perfect. I'm telling you, launch first. Launch first, fix later. That has to become your mantra. That's something you want to write down. Launch first, fix later. This is speed. Okay, this is all about speed. I was watching a documentary last night on Jeff Bezos, guy behind Amazon, Amazon.com. Fascinating. I was watching this on YouTube. And the mantra in that company, for the first 7 years, they didn't turn a profit for 7 years. But the mantra was, get big fast. And it was all about growing fast. Growing fast, just launching, fixing as they went. That's how you must operate in your business. Now, sales funnel creation. So you've got this offer that you're thinking of. Now you need to turn it into a funnel. Does everyone know what a funnel is, by the way? If you don't, tell me, because I don't want to leave anyone behind. You don't? Oh, you do? Yeah, direct traffic to the area or customer. Right. Yeah, it's basically a sequence that you take your leads through. So they opt in. Let me walk you through one now. You see one of these little ads on Facebook, those annoying ads, and you think, oh, that looks interesting. Click. Okay, start of the funnel. You go to an opt-in page. Does anyone recognize these two? That's I Am Revolution, an ebook that we have. Okay, see headline, squeeze, email field, button. There's not much there, is there? Do you guys know how to create one of those yourself? Okay, there's a site called leadpages.net. Leadpages.net. You can write that down. You can go home tonight and create your own lead capture page in about 15 minutes at most. And then once you learn how to do it, it won't even take you that. But it's headline, and you're basically saying, hey, big promise. If you want this, give me your email address. You don't give them any other option. That's why it's called a squeeze page. You're squeezing them, right? This one is MTTB. It's another one, a little bit prettier. But that's the start of the funnel. That's the face of the business. That's what your prospect sees after clicking the ad. We want to get the lead. Why do we want to get the lead? Why? So we can follow up over time. We could take them right to our product and say, hey, buy our product. Here it is. Most people aren't going to buy on their first exposure. Okay, they're going to want to get to know what you're offering. Is it what they're looking for? You've got to build up some trust. So we want to get the lead. And remember, every email address is worth how much to your business? $2 to $3 per month, okay? So we want to keep on getting leads. After they opt in, take them right to the conversion page. When I started, I used to mess around with like day 1 lesson, day 2 lesson, day 3 lesson, and I'd get to maybe day 7, and then on day 8, I would have the sales letter or the sales video. Don't do that. The reason is you want to shorten that time span. Okay? Ideally, they're opting in to get some content, not just a pitch. But I've got a question for you. Can you give content in a pitch? Can you teach and sell at the same time? Absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. You can teach people, give value, but sell at the same time. So that's what we do. With I Am Revolution, we take them to a written sales letter. It's just a long letter that they can read down, and at the bottom it says, hey, buy here, buy now. If you want this ebook, spend $9.95. That's the offer. This is what we call the conversion page. This is where we present the offer to buy. For MTTB, it's a sales video. Okay, that's PowerPoint. Does everyone know what PowerPoint is? That's a PowerPoint recording with Camtasia, and that's just me reading through slides and clicking as I go through. You could do that. Okay, it's a sales video. And at the end, there's a buy now button, conversion page. Now, is everyone who opts in, are they going to buy? No, most of them won't, but some of them will. A lot of them will buy 7 days later, 20 days later, because we're going to keep on emailing them and bringing them back to this page over and over and over again. Doesn't matter if they've seen the offer before. That's perfectly fine. They might have to see it 7 times before they buy. When they're ready to buy, they click Add to Cart, and we take them to an order page. Okay, order page. If you want to start accepting credit cards and you don't want to mess around with merchant accounts and shopping carts, you can do what I did in the very beginning. Get a PayPal Buy Now button. Does everyone know how to do that? You can start accepting your own Visas and MasterCards. It's quite easy. Go to PayPal, paypal.com, get an account, and search in there Buy Now buttons. What you can do is you can get this little button you put on your website. People click the button, then they can pay with their credit card. The money goes straight to you, to your PayPal account. It's simple. In the beginning, keep everything very simple. That's exactly what I did when I first started making sales. Now, so they buy the product. We give them the product straight away. So for I Am Revolution, we send them a PDF. That's the ebook. For MTTB, they get access to the online course. Okay, but does that look pretty simple? Does that look pretty simple? Opt-in page, conversion, order, product. Do you think you could do that? Somewhat? Yeah? All right. Behind that, this is where the real magic happens. Now they're on your list. By the way, you guys getting value from this? You sound a little bit quiet. You got to give me some feedback. All right, so behind that opt-in page, when they're on your list, see all these things here? These are emails, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and there's lots and lots and lots of them. Now they're on my list, I'm going to keep on sending them emails every day. Now I'm not going to write those emails every day. I'm going to spend some time writing all of them, or pay someone else to write them, and load them up in the autoresponder, the email autoresponder. Again, with the Mob License Rights Program, this is all done for you. Okay, but I'm telling you, if you want to go and do this yourself, this is how you do it. Okay, now step 4. This is what we actually do in our funnels. Now they're on the list. Now what we do is we start sending them to webinars. But I got tired of doing webinars a long time ago. So I decided I'm going to record myself doing a live webinar, and then I paid someone else to automate it. Okay, so every night I'm doing a webinar. When they register, they show up at 9 p.m. and there's me doing a webinar, but it's actually a video recording. But it feels like it's live. It's quite funny, at the end of the webinar they can type in questions. Okay, I say on the video recording, hey, go ahead and type in some questions. And look, we've got a lot of people on the webinar. I might not be able to get back to you right now, but type them in anyway. They get sent to my email inbox, and then I can follow up the next morning. I can say, oh, sorry, we had so many people on that webinar last night, but I wanted to get to your question. It's a little bit sneaky, but you can do these things. It's all about automation. Next week, okay, so they've been on the list for 1 week. At the end of week 2, what do? We take them to the next webinar. This time we're selling another course, My Email Marketing Empire. A lot of the people on your list, they're not going to want the product that you have. So what does that mean? You offer them another product. They're going to have different buying points, buying motivations. This person, they might be struggling with their email marketing. Okay, so that last offer, they didn't like that offer. That's for the inner circle. It's a newsletter. They didn't want that. But this offer, they think, hey, this is just what I need. I need help with my email marketing. So they buy this, or maybe they don't. Week 3, we have another course being pitched. Again, this is all happening at the same time. So I'm out there doing 9 or 10 webinars a night. Right? Another course, so on and so forth. But it doesn't end there. As soon as they buy that front-end product, their very first purchase, we have upsells. Now, what do you guys think about upsells? Do you think upsells are evil? Upsells are annoying? Be honest with me. Do you think they're annoying? Some of you do? Okay. Do we, internet marketers, are we the only ones who do upsells? When you walk into McDonald's and you buy what do you guys call them over here? Big Macs? Or quarter pounders? All right, you say, look, I want a double quarter pounder. What's the first thing they say? I want fries with that. Yeah, you want fries with that? And okay, yes. And then would you like to supersize it? Would you like to go to the next meal? 2 upsells, right? You buy a car. Straight away, they're trying to sell you all the little extras. Upsells exist in everyday life. Why shouldn't they exist with your own business? Some people want to be sold. I once brought a product from these 2 guys who sold $10,000 days for consulting. Okay? And I saw one of their products on Facebook once. It was $47. And I thought, I've heard of these guys. I bet I could learn a lot. I buy their product hoping to get sold a more serious, like $2,000 course, because I knew the $47 course would be okay, but I knew they'd have better training. They had no upsell, and I actually got angry at them. I thought, how dare you not try and sell me the $2,000 program? I have my credit card here. I want to buy. I want to give you money, but they don't have the upsell. You got to have upsells. You've got to. Now behind that, then what do? We had the phone team follow up. But do you see how kind of elaborate this is? It's not a simple thing where we're just selling an ebook one time and there's no more communication. There's a whole marketing system here. This is essentially how the Mob License Rights Program works. And I'm showing you this because you've got a couple of choices. You can go and do this on your own, or you can do it with the Mob License Rates program. I want to tell you though, having a sales funnel like that, it changes everything. Changes everything. Tell me why. Why do you think this gives me a big advantage over competitors? More choices, products for the customers. It's a what? Multiplier. Sure, of your earnings. It's automated. That's a beautiful thing. It's a system. Here's the deal. Myself and anyone in this room who is a Mob licensee right now, we can afford to pay more than the vast majority of the market to get a customer. We can, because even if we have to lose money to get a $49 buyer, let's say we had to spend $200 to get a $49 buyer, we know there's a good chance that $49 buyer is buying more products after the email follow-up, the webinar follow-up, the phone follow-up, the upsells. Not all of them will, but some of those $49 buyers are going to go on to invest in our $2,000 program or our $10,000 program. This gives us a huge, huge advantage over other people competing for the same customers. We've got a better marketing system. The best marketing systems are able to extract more money out of the traffic than others. And whoever is able to do that best wins. Okay, in any marketplace. In any marketplace. Our average customer value is about 20 times more than what most info marketers in our niche make. There's a competitor of Mob, okay? And all of you would know what it is. I'm not going to say anything bad about the company, but their price point is like $25 per month or something like that for a blogging system. Now, when they do events, they've got thousands of people in a room. Thousands of people. They've got a lot of customers. Lots and lots and lots of customers. But if you look at their overall revenue compared to ours, even though we have a lot less customers, it's not a long way off. And I've looked at it. Each one of our customers are much, much better buyers. Okay, they've spent maybe 25 more times than what that $25 per month buyer has brought. Do you see the difference? They attract different audiences. So you can have a lot of customers, but if your average customer value is like $50, you're still not going to make the really big numbers. However, if your average customer value is $1,000, because you have a whole series of other products that you can offer, you don't need the most customers to win or to do well. Okay? You don't need the most customers because you've got a much more efficient selling machine. Big tip, if you want to dominate in any niche, if you want to dominate and beat out the competition, go deep. Okay? You know what I mean by that? Go deep. Don't just have one product on the front. Have a whole series of products behind that front end product. That's the big tip. All right, now, I'm going to tell you something else. So when people kind of hear about the numbers that Mob is doing, they think, oh, you know, Matt, you must have a really great lifestyle, you know, making all this money and, you know, traveling around the world. I got to tell you, there's definitely parts about it that I love, but it's not as much of a fairy tale as you might think. If you decide you want to go and create all of this, I'm going to be dead honest with you right now and tell you what you're in for. Okay, I'm going to just be completely honest about it. Here's kind of what it's like when you're running the show. Merchant fees. You start dealing with things like that. You know, we spend over $40,000 a month on bank fees just to accept credit cards. Hosting goes down at 4 a.m. You don't get to go back to sleep. You're up. You have to fix that. Being the business owner, you now have to go and fix that. You don't get to switch off. You get to a certain size, then you start, okay, now I have to hire some legal advice, right, to protect my business. You start dealing with lawyers, and I went through all of that. Sending email exchanges. I remember getting an invoice for $700. For what? For an email exchange. because it took them 30 minutes to write an email. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Customer support, you grow really fast, you're going to need to put in a customer support desk. You're going to need to hire staff. You're going to have hundreds of tickets. What else? Staff. Okay, you've got to bring on staff. Suddenly, it's not just you running the show. Sometimes I look back on those early days where it was just me, and I had complete freedom. If I didn't want to work that day, I could just sleep in. But when you start growing, you are going to need to bring on additional help. You won't be able to do it all by yourself. You're going to need to bring on staff. Okay, now at Move, I'm very lucky. We have a really great team with us. But you are going to go through a few of the wrong people to find the right people. You've got all of this added stress. You need to know how to write copy, okay? You've got to be doing all of your own copy. You've got all of these extra skills that you need to learn. You've got to be constantly testing different offers. There is a lot that goes into creating one of these. And what the whole point of this is to give you those two options. Yes, you can go and create this on your own. It's going to take you a couple of years. But if you don't want to go and create all of this on and you just want to license what we've created, that's what the Mob License Rights Program is. Okay, that's really what it is. It's you not having to do all of that stuff. Does that sound good to you? Yes. It's you not having to do all of that. That's essentially what it is. Now, here's the deal, guys. A little while ago, a couple of years ago, I made this big, bold claim, okay? I thought, we're going to aim as a company to do $20 million by the end of 2013. Here's the truth. The truth was, it sounded good in my head. I thought, that sounds really good. And I thought, theoretically, it's possible, but it just sounded good. So I threw it out there and I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to aim for $20 million. But as those months went on, I started to think, hey, maybe this is possible. If we keep on growing at this rate, maybe this is possible. Okay, and we kept on growing. We went up and up and up. I was looking at this 2 nights ago, looking at this and thinking back to when I first said that this is what we would do. And it was almost scary how close what actually happened was to this very line. This was what we predicted it would need to look like to get to the 20 million. And it actually grew very close to that. Do you know what the new goal is for Mob as a company? By the end of this year? It's 50 million. Okay, you get through one ceiling, aim high. Got to aim high. So we're going from 20 to 50. That's what we're aiming for. We need to be doing about $5 million a month to do that. That's the new goal. 100, I will. Believe me, we will. We'll get to the end of this year, and then I've got a much bigger target in mind. Now, how do you think we're going to get to that? How are we going to get to those kind of numbers? Tell me how. Partners, right? Here's the deal. I can't do all of this on my own. For us to expand, for us to reach our numbers, we need to enlist the help of dedicated partners. And we're okay with paying out really generous commissions to people who help us grow this company. But we're not going to get to 50 million by ourselves. We need good partners. We need good partners on board. And that's my goal. What's that? You'll help me? Okay. Well, thank you. I'll give you some money. I'll give you like a little bit. No, I'll be pretty generous if you bring in a lot. But that's the goal. To get to 50, the goal is if we give away close to half of that to our Mob licensees, would that be such a bad thing? Absolutely not. If you'll help me get to this number, to reach our target, I am more than happy to split those profits with you. That's the plan, guys. That's the plan, and that's also the big lesson. You're not going to build a big company yourself just by yourself, okay? You are going to need to enlist the help of others. And that's really what Mob is. Mob is a community of partners, and we're all working towards the same goal. You have the exact same motivation as I do, okay? When I sit down at my desk each day, the number one thing that I'm focusing on is how do I make this into a more efficient selling machine so that you guys as partners, when you send us traffic, you're getting paid the maximum amount of money. Why would I do that? Because I also get a percentage of that. We are both motivated to work towards the same goal. That's why Mobe has grown so quickly. And that's how we're going to get to the next level of $50 million. This is really what I want more of. I want more people up here on stage getting checks. Who wants to actually be up here at our next event getting a check? $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Who actually really wants to do that? Well, I want that too. I want that too. I want you up here getting a check, because if you're getting a check, if you're making money, so are we. It's win-win. We need more good partners, and we need successful partners getting results, and that's how we're going to get to our target. So these are the products and the systems that we're now offering for you to license and to lock arms with us and join us on our mission. First one is My Email Marketing Empire. This is one of the first products I ever created. This is a course about email marketing. Now, you're going to be able to sell this for $194. Every sale you get, you're going to put 90% of that in your pocket, over $174. Okay, so we keep a small amount of the margin just to pay for overheads, but you don't have to get involved with customer support, anything like that. You are simply placing ads. That's it. How to build a funded proposal. This course, remember how I showed you that sales funnel, the opt-in page, the sales page? This course shows you actually how to do that. It's a video course, and it shows you here's how to create a lead capture page. Here's how to create a sales page. A funded proposal is just a fancy word for sales funnel. This course will show you, and it will also show your audience, whoever you're selling it to, how to create a sales funnel. It's $194. Again, you get 90% commissions. Does that sound pretty good? 90% commissions. All right, affiliate bonus domination. And this is all about creating bonuses if you promote someone else's launch. Who's ever seen a bonus before offered by an internet marketer? Have you seen that? Where they say, hey, if you buy this product, I'll give you a bonus. This strategy, the last time I used this strategy was to try and win an Audi R8 sports car, right? Just you all know what that is, an Audi R8, a nice car. I came second. I got the watch. I missed the car. But I almost had it. If I'd had about 10% more sales, I would have got the car. But we used this strategy of creating a bonus to encourage people to buy through us as an affiliate. This course shows you how to do that. It's a very valuable course. Sells for $291. You're going to be able to sell this course as if it was your own, and you get 90% of the money. Is this starting to sound pretty good? All right, the OPT formula, other people's time. If you've ever wanted to know, how do you outsource? How do you hire people overseas? How do you trust them to get the work done? How do you manage all of that? I mean, Mobe has over 25 virtual staff. We don't have a central office. Our central office is a little box in Perth with just me in it. Up until recently, we didn't even have anyone on staff in the country. They're all spread out all over the world. This course shows how to do that. Okay, so if you want to hire a virtual assistant, let's say in the Philippines or Singapore, you can get one for a few $100s a month, and that's okay pay. This course will show you how. It's a very valuable course. Again, you'll be able to sell this. You keep 90% of the money. Do you see how much time this is going to save you? You don't have to go and learn this stuff and then create the big elaborate video course. You can just market this as if it's your own course, and you keep all the money. Is that good or what? All right, this is one of our first events we ever did. We did a 3-day event called Online Income Revolution. We filmed the entire thing. Now this is one of the courses on the back end. Okay, so you've got those front end products to get a customer. You get 90% of those commissions. You keep virtually all the money on those. Then we start offering the customers that you bring in, and we do this on your behalf. You don't even have to get involved. We start offering them our more expensive programs. This one jumps up to $1,000. It's a recording of a 3-day event. Every sale that we get for you, we're going to split it 50-50. This one does involve, usually if we're selling this, it's going to have a phone commission in. Phone commission comes out of my end. Okay, you get the other 50%. But one of these sales, you're putting almost $500 in your pocket. Okay, so you need a lot fewer of these. Add the nitrous. This is a 3-day event. And what we did, over 3 days, this was filmed in San Diego. I found 12 millionaires, people who'd made over $1 million in their respective niche. And I said to them, look, if I took away everything you have, all your contacts, your list, all your products, everything you have, and you had to start over again and make $1 million as quickly as possible, how would you do it? And then they each had about 90 minutes on stage. Okay, and we got 12 of them. Do you think that would be valuable to listen to? 12 people who've made over $1 million before. This course, you can sell this one too, as if it's your own. You sell this, you keep half the money as well. Okay, so I'm walking you through the funnel here. 10,000 leads in 100 days. This is a traffic course. This now goes up to $2,000. It's a more valuable course. Again, we are selling this to your leads on your behalf. You don't even have to get involved, but this is happening in the background. Every time we sell one of these, you put over $1,000, well, you do put $1,000 in your pocket. Okay? You'll get an email that says something like, cha-ching, you just made $1,000. Those are good emails to get. So whenever we get a sale for you, we'll notify you. But this is all happening in the background. So how it all works. So upon partnering with Mobe tonight, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up your account. We're going to get you in the system and set you up as a partner so you can market all those products. You get free access to the first 4 of them too. The email marketing one, the sales funnel one, the outsourcing one, and that affiliate bonus one as well. You get complete access to them. But what we do is we set you up, okay, and then we simply give you your licensed link. It's a very special link. It's unique to you. When you start placing your ads online, which we will show you how to do, and people click those ads and buy, the commissions are tracked back to you. You don't have to worry about creating webinars or doing email follow-up. All of that is done for you. You don't have to do the products. We do all of that for you. Okay, so you'll get your link. You can then start promoting for 90% commissions. All you need to do is just send traffic, and that's it. The rest is done for you. Does that sound pretty good or what? Yes. Okay. So email follow-up, automated webinars, customer support. We take care of all of that. You guys don't have to get involved in that. My motivation with Mobe is to make this as easy as possible for you to make sales. Because I know if I ask you to go and create webinars and everything like that, it's just overly complicated. But if I keep it really nice and simple, so you only have one thing to do, which is to get good traffic. And by the way, we're going to be teaching you that over the course of this weekend. I know that if I make it simple enough for you, you'll actually go and do it. Okay, even if you're brand new, and you'll be able to get results with it. Okay, so that's the whole motivation. We do the phone team, the phone sales follow-up. You never have to pick up a phone. Okay, you don't ever have to get involved in any of that. That's the beauty of the system. Now, it's not for everyone. Not everyone in this room is going to be a good fit for this. Okay, and here's why. This is for you if you've been spending maybe the last few weeks or months really struggling online, trying to build lead capture pages, thinking about creating your own products, and you're fed up with that. You don't like doing that. If that's you, this is for you. If you're willing to put a minimum, I say a bare minimum of 30 minutes per day. Ideally, I'd want you to put at least an hour a day. Who's willing to actually put an hour a day into their online business? Most of you. Some of you aren't. An hour a day, though, that's what I'm asking. If you're going to take this seriously, bare minimum, 1 hour per day. If you don't yet have any of your own products, if you haven't yet got to that stage, and you don't want to spend the next year creating products, and you'd rather just license all of these, this is for you. If you're not yet at the stage where you want to go and get merchant accounts and shopping carts and hire programmers to build it for you, this is for you. Anyone recognize this slide? This is a famous slide in internet marketing. It's by a guy called Rich Schefren. This describes the typical online business. There's you in the middle, and there's everything you're responsible for. You've got the list, you've got to segment your list, You've got traffic, you've got legal and compliance, systems, tech, sales. Does that look easy? Does that look fun? If you don't want to have to do all that stuff running your own business, the MOB License Rates program is for you. The MOB License Rates program is essentially not all of this done for you, but most of this done for you. The traffic part is what you need to do. You need to advertise this. But all that other stuff, that's all built into the MOB License Rates program. Tech, customer support, all this other stuff. New product development, we do all of that for you. Now, who's this not for? Well, it's not for you. If you already have all of this set up, you've already got your own automated selling system set up, and you're making sales, you might not need this. Okay, if you're a little bit further along, you might not need this. If you have your own phone room set up and they're making you sales, you've got phone reps making sales for you, you might not need this. If you think this is a push-button software where you're going to go home tonight and click a few buttons and suddenly start making millions of dollars, this is not for you. Okay, this will require a little bit of work. Okay, but it's a lot less work than if you were to try and create this from scratch, as I did. And believe me, I know from experience how much work goes into creating this. Years and years and years, 7 days a week, non-stop thinking about it. If you don't want to do that, do this. Okay? But guys, you'll now be able to market all of these products as if they were your own, and you'll be able to keep most of the money. Okay? You'll license our lead capture pages, our proven lead capture pages. They will now be yours. You'll simply have a link that you promote. Our upsell funnel. Every time you get a sale, there's going to be a whole series of upsells behind that sale. You don't have to get involved in that. You'll just know about it because every so often one of your customers will buy those additional programs and you'll get the commissions on that. You get the course, My Email Marketing Empire. You also get, I didn't tell you, you also get one-on-one coaching. So if you're looking at all of this and you're thinking, this sounds really good, but I think I need that, that one-on-one support just to help me get on the right track. We do that for you. Okay, we do that for you. We provide you with one of our own internal traffic coaches. Now their role is to help you start getting traffic. The one thing you need to start making money with this. That's their role, and we give you 3 sessions. Why do you think I do that? Because I want to see you get off to a good start. I want to see you get results with this. If you're not having wild success with this and making money, I'm not really getting anything out of it either. But if you go on to be the next John Chow and you do over $500,000 in commissions, I'm going to be pretty happy with you because you're going to make decent money. I'm also going to do okay out of that. MOB's going to do okay out of that. It's win-win for both of us. Do you see how that works? How to build a funded proposal. So you'll get these courses. You'll actually be able to go through these courses and see how good they are as a customer, but then you can turn around and you have exclusive rights to sell them. You keep 90% of the money. Affiliate bonus domination, OPT formula, phone sales team. If we added all of this up, and I'm being serious about this, if we added up all the value of this, actually what goes into this, behind the scenes to set this up, at a bare minimum, this would comfortably be worth over $30,000. Who would agree with that? And I'm being serious. Who would agree that the work that actually goes into building, hiring phone teams, hiring staff, customer support, just years and years of creating products, do you think that's worth something? It's worth a lot. There's a lot. But it's not going to cost you $31,000. If we were to do that, it would price out a lot of people. And our main motivation here is not to make a lot of money with this, is to get really good partners on board. And then we can make money together. Okay? Questions at the end, please. It's not going to cost you $10,000. Instead, I'm going to give you everything, all of this, the entire system, all these products that you can license as your own. You'll get access to the majority of these as a customer for just $19.97. That's it. Less than $2,000. Sound good? Sounds pretty good to me. Affordable to anyone who wants to make a change in their life. Not all of you are going to be at this stage yet, but some of you came here today and you're ready to start taking this to the next level. this entire system will now be yours. And you'll be able to market these products, keep the majority of the money. You won't have to set it all up. We'll do that for you, and we'll be your partner. Mobe will be your partner. We want to see you get sales. If you're making sales, so are we. That's the only way we're going to get to the $50 million target. Okay, if we can also hand out those enrollment forms, that'd be great. Okay, but that's how we're going to get there, guys. It's available this weekend only. $19.97. You will be able to get your own fully licensed income machine business when you leave here tonight. Okay, we will actually be setting you up tonight. We'll set all this up, and tomorrow you will start getting your license links. These links, you want to bookmark these links. Keep these links in a safe place. When you start advertising, you're going to be using these links for your advertising. People click your links, they opt into our system, we take over from there. You don't have to get involved with that at all. We do the phone follow-up, email follow-up, everything's done. We do all the selling for you, and you just get the commissions. That's how it works. Now, I've got a few bonuses. So like I said, we've got the 3 strategy sessions. We're going to have someone from our team, a successful Mobe licensee, will actually get on the phone with you. Okay, they will actually get on the phone with you, and they will walk you through how to start getting traffic. And by the way, guys, if you know this is for you, fill out that form pretty quickly and go to the back of the room. Everyone look at the back and see that big sign there, Mobe license rights with Drew waving. Take your form back there because I've got a few fast action bonuses coming up for the first 5 people. But we're actually going to get on the phone with you or on Skype with you, and we're going to show you how to get started with this business. We're going to walk you through how to place your first few ads. We can start doing this almost immediately as well. You can have your first session pretty much as soon as this event is done. We'll set it up with you. You'll get on the phone with one of our coaches at a convenient time, and they will walk you through how to start placing your first ads. If you ever get stuck and you need to ask a question, you can ask me directly if you want. What we do is we have a private Facebook group. Now, who here is on Facebook? Okay, some of you aren't. That's okay. You can sign up in about 30 seconds. It's quite easy. You come on Facebook, and this is a private group full of Mobe members, just like you and me, people involved in Mobe. That's it. The rest of the world can't see what goes on in this group. And we've got a rule. What happens in this group stays in this group. Not really. Nothing interesting happens, really. It's just, if you ever have a question, feel free to, you can tag me in. You can write, "Hi, Matt Lloyd," and it will tag me, and then I wake up in the morning, I'll be back in Australia, and I'll see your question, and you'll say, "Matt, where do I get my link from?" And I'll say, "Okay, well, you get it right here." Or one of my staff will jump in and they'll help you as well. This is an old screenshot, but right now, I think there's over 4,000 people in this group. 4,000 people all around the world. You can even meet up with local people in your area who are Mobe licensees, just like you. Okay? But we've got a really, really wonderful community. I mean, if you come to more of our events, you'll meet these people. We've got some really great people, and they're very helpful. So if you ever have any question, don't ever feel like your question's a silly question either. If you're just getting started, you're completely new, that's okay. Just ask the question, and everyone's very helpful. Who wants to come to a dinner tonight and have me pay for it? You want to come to dinner with me? Tell you what, if you become a Mobe licensee right here, right now, I'm going to pay for your dinner tonight. We're going to go to a Mexico restaurant. We're all going to get in a bus at 7 p.m. Okay, so go up to your room, have some time to relax, and then you're going to come down to the lobby, and a small group of us, actually a large group, are going to get in a bus, and we're going to go to a Mexico restaurant. It's about 5 minutes away, okay? It's about 5 minutes away. And look, you can ask me any questions you have. We'll have a beer, we'll have a few drinks. You can ask any questions of the phone reps, the speakers for this weekend, they'll all be there too. So if you want to get some one-on-one time and you have your own specific questions, you get this for free. Again, I'm paying for it. So leave your wallet in your room, you don't have to pay for it, okay? Special bonus number 4. This is for the first 3 people. The first 3 people to take their forms to the back of the room filled in. We are going to do a video, a short video together if you want. You don't have to, but it's up to you. If you're going to promote Mobe, do you think a video where you're maybe asking me a few questions and I'm edifying you, and I'm talking you up a bit, do you think that's worth a little bit? Yeah, do you think that might be worth a bit? All right, well, the first 3 people, and I'm only doing that for the first 3 who do up front, no more. First 3 people will do a video tonight. Okay, it'll be pretty informal, but we'll do this video, and now you'll be able to use this video in your marketing. You'll be able to send out an email and say, hey, here's me and the founder of Mobe, and we're just chilling and having a few beers, and I'm asking him a few questions. Your market sees that, your list sees that, and they think, wow, this person actually knows the founder of the company. Like, this person must, they must know what's going on. It makes you look good, okay? And I'll make you look good in the video too. First 3 people get that, and we'll do that at the VIP party tonight. This, I just decided to add this in. I added this in like 30 minutes ago, or an hour ago. Here's the deal. Next month, we are going to do another Home Business Summit in Phoenix. And guys, here is my challenge to you. Here's my challenge to you. So you saw all of these people coming up on stage getting the checks. Did they look like, and don't worry about hurting their feelings, but did they look like they were incredibly intelligent people, or yes, they did. Of course, yes, they're intelligent, but my point is, did they look like they were gods? Did they look like they were superheroes, or they had some special magical powers? Or did they really just look like you and me, regular people? They are regular people. They've just figured out how to do this right. If they can do it, so can you. Okay, if they can do it, so can you. And here's my challenge to you. In 30 days from now, we are going to be going to Phoenix with the next Home Business Summit. And we're going to have a new round of people getting up on stage and getting checks. Now, the idea of going to Phoenix, who finds that appealing? Oh, okay, some of you do. Let me ask it another way. If you had put $10,000 in your pocket in the next 30 days, would you be happy to go to Phoenix and pick up a check? Who would like to do that? All right, so here's my challenge to you. Get started tonight, and you've got 30 days. You've got 30 days to really push this, to get as many sales as you possibly can. And at the next Home Business Summit, I will pay for your ticket. You don't have to pay for the next one. You here in this room, if you respond to this offer and you become a Mobe licensee now, at the back of the room, you will get a free ticket to the next Home Business Summit. Okay? And the goal is, try and show up and have got some results by then. Because then I can call you up on stage, you can get the check, we can get a photo around it. Get off to a fast start, but make this your goal. Okay, make this your goal. Get to the next event and get yourself a check. But it's all going to be paid for. Again, you don't have to pay for the next Home Business Summit. Show up as my guest and collect your check. So guys, people are getting real results with this. Real results, they're real people. If they can do it, so can you. And I want you to do it. I want to see you at the next event getting your check. We talked about this morning. There's a golden rule to making money online. Traffic plus conversions equals sales. Conversions is really what the Mobe License Rights program is. You send traffic to it, and we convert that traffic into buyers, into commissions. This is the hard part about internet marketing. This is the hardest part by far, conversions. As a Mobe licensee, you now have a conversion system. That's now handled for you. All you need to do is get traffic, and traffic's pretty easy. We're going to be showing you this weekend how to go and get traffic. It's quite easy. But you now have the conversion part solved. All you need to do now is send traffic. It's really quite easy. So just think, you got 2 options here. You can go home and you can spend the next few years trying to create your own Mobe. You can go and create all your own products. You can hire staff. You can hire programmers, add in shopping carts, add in write email follow-up sequences, spend thousands of dollars on copy, sales letters. You can do all of that yourself, or you can let me do that, and you just license the system that we already have. One of those options is hard, okay? It's hard, it's long, and one of those options is really quite easy. It's quite easy to go and get started immediately. You choose what you want to do, guys. And to get the license right system, once again, fill out the enrollment form, head to the back of the room. That's everything you're getting. Oh, one more thing. First 5 people who do up front, we are going to go and get you a Kindle Fire. All right, there's 2 left, so next 2 people get this. We're going to go and get you a Kindle Fire. Now, these are $220 each. Basically, you can read any book on your Kindle Fire. It's like a little iPad. We'll go and buy you one tomorrow, so when you show up tomorrow, you'll be able to take home a Kindle Fire worth $220. If you want that, there's 2 spots left. Go to the back of the room, fill out the form, hand it in, and that's yours. All right, so guys, I hope you've got value out of today. I really do. I hope you've learned something. Have you learned something? Good. All right. So, those of you who are VIPs or who actually become a licensee now, and if you have any questions, I'll be at the back of the room. Come and ask me questions right now. But if you become a MOBE licensee, you're coming to the VIP dinner tonight, and we're going to meet. Let's meet at 7 p.m. Where should we meet? We'll meet here. Okay, we'll meet here. Come back to this room at 7 p.m. We'll go down, get in a bus, and we will all go and have Mexican together. And yeah, VIPs are coming too. We'll see you in the morning at 8:30 a.m. Okay, we're going to start 8:30 a.m. sharp tomorrow. Make sure you're here on time. We've got a whole lot more for you. All right, so guys, any questions, come and see me at the back of the room, and let's get started.